What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another top 10 video that I'm surprised I have yet to do this one. This is my top 10 favorite Kirby games. Let's take a little break from Mario for a bit, alright, and talk about Kirby. Kirby is controversial outside of Smash, of course. You might love the games, you might not be a big fan of them. It's obviously your opinion. Not many people play Kirby games. Some of them are underrated, some of them can be overrated, and some of them are just okay in my opinion. But anyway, I'm not going to rant about that. I'm listing my top 10 favorite Kirby games. This is, of course, my opinion. And if any of these Kirby games don't show up on the list, I'm sorry, but there's too many Kirby games for me to do a whole ranking, at least if I ever do one in the future. So I'm only doing my top 10 favorites. I have not played every Kirby game, unfortunately. So ones I have not played, or the only one I haven't played, I guess, is most of the Game Boy ones and Superstar Ultra. Sorry, guys, but I did play the original Superstar, so I guess they're technically similar. But again, I haven't played Superstar Ultra. Without further ado, let's go. Number 10. Yep. I'm gonna have to bring up this game somewhere, right? Kirby Star Allies is, yeah, it ain't bad. There is no bad Kirby game, but compared to like the mainline ones, this one is mediocre in my opinion. I was excited for a new Kirby game, I always will be, but it is a little on the easy side. I do like the concept of the partner thingy because it is a bit similar to Kirby Superstar, but I feel like this game is just similar to probably Returns to Dreamland. It's more of a multiplayer game than single player, to be honest, because the partners can help you so many ways. The combination with fire, wind, ice with your abilities is interesting. The new abilities are cool. Some of the ones they brought back is pretty cool, but you can destroy bosses with ease. And that's what people complain about. That's a pretty common complaint for really any Kirby game, but compare that to all the others, this game is extremely easy, honestly. I know I could be complaining over new games, but it's fine if you like Kirby Star Allies, but to be honest, out of all like the main ones, this is probably the most mediocre one in my opinion. God, it took me literally a month to play this game to understand the hype for this game. I never grew up with this game or barely heard about Kirby Air Ride at all. I guess it's probably a lot of people love Air Ride for nostalgia purposes, but it sucks that and just like Melee, I didn't grow up with this game, unfortunately. And you know, this was with Sakurai, so people could probably say why this is like one of the best Kirby games. I know people are going to start disagreeing right now, but let me, in fact, this isn't better than Mario Kart Double Dash. No way, honestly. Maybe it's because I just played it, but I find the controls a little weird to get used to. And honestly, I find the game a bit overrated. It's not bad or anything, I do think it's fun, but I don't consider this as like one of the best Kirby games or anything like that. And if they make a sequel or a remake for this game, just fix all the issues, please. I would love that, honestly. Now, before people comment on Kirby's Adventure, they're arguably the same games, and honestly, I think Nightmare and Dreamland is basically the better experience, honestly, between them. Kirby Nightmare and Dreamland is, if it lets you care about 100%, the game is very easy, honestly, but I think that out of all like the GBA ones, I do love Nightmare and Dreamland. I feel like Kirby games have a ton of replay value in my opinion, and I go back to this game at least once a year. I didn't grow up with this Kirby game, this wasn't my first Kirby game or anything, but I really love this game, honestly. The areas are so interesting, the levels are cool, the music is fantastic, just like Kirby should. I just think the game is really fun. It's obviously your opinion. Not many people play these Kirby games, at least what I know. So, but regardless, I really like Nightmare and Dreamland. And no, I don't like Kirby's Adventure. It's an NES game, alright? Kirby Squeeze Squad. Anyone remember this game? Yeah, I don't think so. I had this game when I was a kid, although it wasn't my first Kirby game. I actually kind of like Squeak Squad. It is a little bit, once again, I'm going to say this for every game, it's a bit on the easy side, of course. I do like collecting treasures. The whole, like, combining power-ups and the touchscreen is a neat idea, honestly. But I don't know. I think I kind of like Squeak Squad. So I don't know. This isn't much talked about, and I can understand this is probably the most bland in terms of like the mainline games. But I really like Squeak Squad. It has some abilities like the animal ability. That's God, can that ability return? Honestly, but I don't know. I think maybe I like it for nostalgia purposes. But I really like animal. What the heck? I really like Squeak Squad. So it's obviously your opinion. I think Squeak Squad's a pretty great game. But I can argue why it's not talked about much on like the other Kirby games, so yeah. I think out of all like the spin-off Kirby games, I think this one is my favorite in the spin-off games, Kirby's Epic Yarn. Kirby's Epic Yarn is, unfortunately, didn't grow up with this game. I wish I did, because this was released on the Wii. Although it has a 3DS port, I don't know why anyone would buy that. I guess if you never played it. I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, Kirby's Epic Yarn is a very unique game. It has a great soundtrack that's surprisingly really, really good. I love the mechanics it adds, you know, instead of just Kirby taking up abilities every single time. And yeah, that's all I really could say. And also, Kirby doesn't, the biggest downside is Kirby doesn't die. So you are basically invincible. But the game isn't extremely easy at times, because if you care about 100%, yeah, you have to get gold medals, get 3 treasure chests in each level. It can be pretty difficult in like the later levels, honestly, but to be honest, I kind of like that kind of difficulty, and that's why I think I like Kirby's Epic Yarn. I don't care if you can't die or whatever, but honestly, I really like Epic Yarn, and it's my favorite in terms of the spin-off Kirby games. If you want to play this game, please play it. It's great. I guess it doesn't matter which version you play it, but it's still odd to me that a 3DS version exists, so yeah. Now we're getting into the really great titles. Triple Deluxe. This was the game that made me a Kirby fan, to be honest. I've only played 2 Kirby games as a kid, and I never tried out any older ones. But when I tried Triple Deluxe, it made me try out some of the other games, honestly. And Triple Deluxe is extremely great. I replayed it. Ignore that. I played this game so many times, and I don't know. The music is amazing. I like the story. I like the new abilities. Honestly, Triple Deluxe is very, very fun. If you haven't played it, please play it. There is a lot of downsides that at this point, since I played it so many times, it could be a bit on the easy side, but that's a common complaint for like every damn Kirby game. But regardless, I do love Triple Deluxe, and it's a fantastic 3DS game. Maybe I take it back, actually. Maybe it's Planet Robot. Planet Robot, now, it takes some assets a little bit from Triple Deluxe, but it ain't really the same game. But it has the robot armor you can use, the new abilities are amazing, especially ESP being one of my favorites. And the music, just as great, honestly, and one of the best I've heard in any Kirby game. This could be argued as one of the best Kirby games in the series, to be honest, and I do love this game. The only downside is, like, I only played this game twice, I guess, unlike Triple Deluxe, but I think this is the better experience. I don't feel like this game is as much replayable as Triple Deluxe, in my personal opinion, but I think this is definitely better, in my opinion, better than Triple Deluxe, but both 3DS games are fantastic anyway, so, yeah. I have high doubts if any of y'all have actually ever played this game before. Amazing Mirror. This is, in my opinion, this game is pretty underrated. I think compared to others, some people may not like it. It's basically a Kirby Metroidvania kind of game, honestly, where you're exploring and stuff, where you gotta explore, collect chests, collect some stuff, and just, you know, explore until you open up the amazing mirror itself. And honestly, I don't know, I found this game really, really fun. It's stressful 100%, to be honest, but I don't mind it. I actually kind of like Amazing Mirror, and I think this is one of my favorite Kirby games. Basically the best one on the GBA, to be honest, even though there's only 2 games, I guess. But I don't know, I find this game pretty underrated, honestly. I don't know if it's really that overhated, but I don't know, not many people talk about this Kirby game, but maybe it's just me, I guess. But gotta be honest, I really love Amazing Mirror. If you haven't played it, give it a shot, honestly. It's pretty fun. It is a bit short if you don't care about 100%, but I think it's pretty engaging in my opinion. Now, just like I said at the beginning of the video, I have not played Kirby Superstar Ultra because, well, the internet says it otherwise. I think Kirby Superstar, second best Kirby game in my opinion. It could be difficult, honestly, but I don't mind the difficulty in Kirby games. I kind of like that than just being truly easy. Now, the game is a bit on the short side, to be honest, because, you know, depending on what you do. The modes like Midnight's Revenge and like Milky Way Wishes, those could be argued pretty difficult depending on which version you're playing. But I gotta be honest, I really love Superstar. And it's just, I've replayed this game so many times. I just think it's pretty fun, honestly. But this ain't the best Kirby game. We're getting into the best one, don't worry. Now, let me be honest. I could have put any Kirby game on #1 because all of them are, in my opinion, pretty great. But I think I only put Returns of Dreamland because this was my actual first Kirby game I played as a kid. I've replayed this game way too many times, honestly. Now, first glance, if you're playing by yourself, it may be easy, but maybe it's because I replayed this game so many times now. But no matter what, I love this Kirby game. The music is amazing. Magolor is a great villain. The levels are interesting. I love the multiplayer concept, the mini games. This game is just pretty much the perfect Kirby game for me, honestly. It may not be amazing or anything. It may be a bit easy, but regardless, I think Returns to Dreamland is a very, very engaging experience in my opinion. If you haven't played it, please play it. And yeah, that's it for the top 10. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you around. Bye.